Hi, brothers. I'm Mark Lichtenberg, National President of Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia, and I wanted to take a few minutes and share a few thoughts with you about the Mills Music Mission in which you are about to participate. The Mills Music Mission is not only our national philanthropy, but it's something that's very, very personal to me. I've been a part of the Mills Music Mission since we established it in 1999, and I attended the first Mills Music Mission in the history of the fraternity at the CPR convocation in December of 1999. On that Mills Music Mission, we went to the children's ward at St. Mary's Hospital in Evansville, Indiana, and we sang to a girl who had been there over Christmas, spent her Christmas holiday in the hospital. So she was not in a very good place. She had an irregular heartbeat, and from the nurse's station, they had a monitor secured above the door frame that showed her heart rhythm. And as we gathered around the nurse's station, several brothers went into the room, and the rest of us gathered out there. We sang some songs, and she requested at one point Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because it was her favorite Christmas song. And we had not, of course, prepared that, but Sinfonians did what Sinfonians do, and pretty quickly we're singing in 4 to 5 or 6 part harmony Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And while we sang that song, we could see on the heart monitor that her heartbeat evened out in pace with the music. We did what medicine could not do. Our music had that power, and it to this day is one of the most profound musical experiences I've ever had in my life. One of the most profound experiences I've ever had in my life, period, musical or otherwise. A few years later, we went to the Good Samaritan Home, also in Evansville, Indiana. That's an Alzheimer's home. And there was a patient there who, while we did our main performance in the kind of the common room of that facility, there was a patient there that they wheeled out who had been basically unresponsive for a number of years while at that facility. And we sang, at one point we sang "Let Me Call You Sweetheart." And she began to conduct with the carnation that we placed in her hand a little bit earlier in the afternoon. The nurse, after we were finished performing, came up to us and told us that no matter what they had tried, they had been unable to get a response from this patient. Yet our music was able to elicit a response from the otherwise unresponsive patient. It's such a powerful thing. And the gift that we can give to someone who is suffering, to ease that suffering for just a moment, is unimaginable. Or just the contact you might have as you take a few moments just to have a quick conversation with someone who perhaps hasn't had any meaningful conversation with anyone in quite some time while they've been either in the hospital or in a nursing facility. Or the child who's been sick and not been able to be at their home. I said this is a very personal project for me, and I said that because as I think back to that first Mills Music Mission at St. Mary's on the children's ward, when my own children were born, my youngest two, Sophia and Bradley, both when they were just weeks old, spent 3 days each on that very floor at St. Mary's Hospital because of a high fever and the fear that they might have contracted meningitis at a very young age, just weeks old. And I think about those days while we saw them basically in a cage for a crib, unable to do anything to help them unable to communicate with us, and thinking if we could just have some solace, a little escape. That's what we provide to folks when we perform a Mills Music Mission. It's art not for the sake of art itself, but as a means towards uplifting others to that verdant plateau where they may enjoy all that is true, beautiful, abiding. And brothers, it is truly what it means to be a man of the highest type. To be and not seen, to do and not simply to talk, to have the right ideal, the true motive, and patiently to transform conduct in accordance with it. Thank you for your service to the fraternity. Thank you for what you are about to do to your fellow citizens of this planet. And thank you for, in your daily life, upholding the ideals of Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia. So let it be for Sinfonia.